So, thinking about things, I probably want to invest in some sort of gimbal-mounted camera for this thing. Let's see the assembler. Small chip blocks. I want the other one. We don't have enough silicon, but I think we can make... Ah! Right. That should do it. I should probably also consider making some hydrogen bottles, but for now I think we'll be fine. Oh, this thing still has gyroscopes. Sweet. You do not need steering. However, I worry about if I'll actually get there or not. Oxygen isn't an issue, considering we can just take it out. Oh, take it out of the atmosphere. Electric charge is fine. We have more than enough charge. Assuming we can get there at a relatively expedient rate. Let me just... I think we're good. Okay. Yeah, we are headed in the right direction from our base. About there is where I think it should be. Wait, I think I see it. Yeah, there is something on the top of that hill. There was something in the logs as well about there being a mining facility near here that helped gather some of the raw materials. I think it's in this direction. Uh-oh, 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 uh-oh. pretty robust little construction this thing is. Climbing up that mountain is not going to be an easy feat. That looks like a decent observation point there. You know, I've had a slight worry. I'm still broadcasting my position with the antenna, meaning whoever's in that base probably can see what I'm doing. They can see that the observer that they shot down is coming back and is fairly close to the ground. I should probably be worried about that. And it's also wasting power, so... a lot of power, apparently. Uh-oh. What did we break? Oh, good. Didn't break anything. Just a little bit of a spot maintenance, and we are fine. I never finished building that, did I? Ah, right. Or was that damage just now? This is, not ideal. Whoa, what the hell? Where am I? How did I get here? Why am I driving this thing? What? Never mind that. Okay. We were driving this thing to get to... We built this thing to get to the base that we think we know the location of. I think we crashed or something just now, given this terrain. You can see it happening. Okay. Back on track. I think. Oh, you know, only a fairly steep 45-degree incline. There it is. There's the base. We're getting close now. And I feel pretty confident about this thing being able to get up there. It has apparently got enough power in its massive batteries. Then again, I suppose it had enough power for... When did I install that? Okay. Confirming, I can see that thing that nearly shot us down. Some sort of communications antenna by the looks of it. And 2 ships. Strange. Not to mention the 2 wind turbines that seem to be powering the facility. Looks like there's some industrial stuff underneath the landing platform and a habitation area there. All of this is stuff that we saw from the air, it's just getting further confirmation of it now. Right. I'd say that's about... we're still about 1 kilometer out. I think. Now that we have sight of it, I think I should be able to mark a GPS coordinate there. Knowing where I am, triangulating with that location there, knowing a heading there, I should be able to get a reasonable range estimate. Plus the fact this is a laser designator. It did use a detector component to make it. It should be fine. Yeah, that 1 kilometer out. We should be able to safely get within 800 meters of it. Standard rocket turrets like that are limited to maximum range of 800 meters. So we can get closer. But we do need to be really careful. I don't want to lose this vehicle. Yup, picking up a hostile. Let's keep it behind cover. Yeah, seems like a good idea. Okay, we're within range. We're within range of the turret. And just about within range of sight of those lookout towers. Okay. I don't want to use this, but if I have to. Rocket turrets also tend not to be set to attack individuals. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna sneak towards the base and hopefully the plan is to reprogram that rocket turret. Unknown signal has been detected. Of course it has. Surprised it's not getting shot out of the sky, but never mind that. We also want to potentially secure some way to heal our injuries. It's, what I'm doing is likely highly illegal. This is some sort of military facility. That explains why it's so small, but it's difficult to tell from here if it's actually been well maintained or not. Or even if it's fully manned. I assume the person inside is probably sleeping. Now's as good a time as any to be doing it. So we need to be very quiet. Right, that means we can't exactly take a grinder to any of the components. So how do we do this? Okay. Ships sound like they're active. And honestly, now that I'm up here, this facility doesn't look like it's in the best nick. It's Wait. That doesn't make any sense. Why would that be? I have access to some of the industrial machinery. I probably don't have access to those ships. They have probably been locked up. But, maybe we can, loot some stuff. That's a massive stockpile of missiles. Okay. Wait. Could we? No. Again, if we don't have access, we're not going to be able to, take anything in or out of the weapon. It's still going to be loaded with at least 4 rockets. So that is not an option. But maybe we can check anyway. Yeah, it's... Wait. Really? Huh. Okay, so... apparently we're able to manage to access the insides of, components that aren't actually ours. So... we might be able to steal one of these ships and take it back to our base as recompense. This one seems to be armed with machine guns. That one's... yeah, that's the bastard that blew us out of the sky. Given the supply of rockets and such here, I should take this one. But I don't know. I'm definitely not going to risk going inside. That is bad. Is that... I think that's pointed towards my base. That's really odd. It might be a little bit off. Yeah. Let's, reposition it a little bit. There we go. Does that mean we could turn off the power to this place? Oh, we could turn off the rocket turret and, reassign ownership of it. That we can do. Assuming we can, access the actual computer systems on it. It's, might take a bit. There's a control panel, and... this thing is off. And it was only set to 400 meters. Interesting. Let's reset some of the controls, shall we? We'll set this to 0 meters. There we go. I believe this thing... wait, if this thing was turned off... Interesting. What else can we tamper with while we're here? Could we, unload this ship? Maybe. Is it completely out of rockets? Wow, they really did use a lot of rockets during that attack. Interesting. Yeah. I am confused, but also glad. I wonder... I probably don't have the components to make a decent firearm. But could I make a better firearm than, well, this little pea shooter? Just in case. I have access to assemblers, so The only thing I don't have is raw resources. I could disassemble this weapon. No, I've done enough here. I've been... I don't know. I don't know what to do. It's... On one hand, if they're asleep, maybe I could just go in there, murder them. He's right there. I see him. He's probably asleep in there. He probably doesn't even know I'm here, but these doors here are notoriously loud. So... And chances are he's armed. Far, far better than I am. With that in mind, it is not a good idea to go in there. It is not a good idea to steal one of those ships, because if I take one, he'll load up the other one, and then attack me with it. I can do a little bit to sabotage them, but not enough. This one's loaded up with ammo. I could unload it. Let's do that. Where is this? It's automatically transferring ammunition from its stockpiles into it. So I guess we're gonna need to keep doing this then. This might not be possible. That is, frankly, a ludicrous amount of ammunition that I probably won't be able to transfer out of it. So, what is a guy to do when he literally can't... Ooh. Yeah, that could work. How about... turn off the thing that's containing all the ammunition. That way, I shouldn't be able, when it's in flight, I shouldn't be able to transfer ammunition to the... No? Okay, I apparently can still transfer ammunition from a... Oh! I can't actually turn the conveyor systems off. I can do that though. How do I prevent this thing from feeding into the... Actually, shouldn't there be any conveyors? Small conveyors. No, I can't seem to turn those off either. Can't turn off the cockpit. So, not much I can do then. How to sabotage these things without grinding them? Also, he's very silly for leaving the ships unlocked. Okay, let's try this. Ions? You don't need those. Atmos? You don't need those. Yeah, that's turned off the engines. They should, however, still be powered, so... How do I make this more difficult again? Ions and Atmos do do not show in terminal or toolbar config. Okay. With any luck, this pilot that's in there will have some difficulties trying to actually use these ships. The hope, the real hope, is that they don't fly at all. Without taking parts off, I can't really guarantee that, but I'm trying to be sneaky and quiet, and there's not much more I can do at the moment. I could set ownership of them to me. I could definitely do that. I could lock them myself, and he would be in an interesting situation if he attempts to attack again. You know what? Let's do that. Let's take ownership of all of the weapons in this base. The rocket launchers as well. Turn blocks off, transfer to me. That way, these ships are technically flyable. He should be able to fix them relatively quickly. Yeah, he'll be able to fix them. But he won't be able to shoot. Even though they have ammunition in them, and altering settings like this in flight is difficult, to put it mildly. I have experienced myself with that when I was trying to trim the controls for the drone when I was trying to fly it back. I ended up making it worse. So, with any luck, he won't be able to do any more missions against my base. That is good. Yeah, that's good. I'm not doing anything to actively kill them. I am just protecting my interests. Yeah, I think, yeah. I think that will have to do. For now, at least. I could detonate the ammunition supplies, but that seems a little too obvious. So instead, I shall sneak my way back to my temporary parking spot and leave it there. Yeah. No shots fired, and the unknown hostile has been taken care of. Because those ships would, the one with missiles in particular, that's the one that was used to raid my base, and as far as I could see, there was only one person sleeping inside the base. Actually, we can make sure of that. We can go peek through the windows and hope he stays asleep. As if he sees me peering through the windows, I am screwed. That said, visibility through those windows isn't the best. So, I think he was on that far side, yeah. It's also going to be very difficult to hear anything outside. It looks like a pressure sealed environment, so... yeah. I am not seeing anyone else. Oh shit, my shadow. That's bad. Yeah, that looks empty. How do I sneak around when my shadow's there? Ah, let's just go the long route. screw this. I'm out. I'm out. I have done enough here. I could do more, but I don't want to. I don't want to get caught, and I don't want to get killed. So I'm just gonna leave and hope what I've done is enough. Bouncing down the mountain. Ow! I'm mostly okay. Just some minor issues with my shins. I'm sure a little rest will be fine, but yeah, just a little rest. Wait, recover, maybe consider driving back. But honestly, I want to monitor them. Meaning there is a good reason to keep this thing around. It is a drone after all. Oh god. It's a drone. But if I leave its antenna on, you will know it's here. Or she, I don't know if they're a male or female. It's not clear. Right. Did I grab any materials from there that I could use to repair the thing? No, I did not. Which is probably for the best. Can, however, fix that. Yeah. I think we're okay. I think we've done enough. Now it's just a matter of waiting until they wake up and see how they react to what I've done.